If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in machine series. So today again we will be solving 5 questions starting from question number 111 to up to question number 115. Okay, then let's try to solve these 5 questions. Okay, in question number 111 and 12 there is a common data. The figure shows coil 1 coil 2 with dot marking as shown in the given, having 4000 and 6000 turns, this and this respectively. Both the coils have rated current of 25 ampere. It can take, it can also take. Coil 1 is excited with single phase 400 volt 50 hertz supply. So you have given 400 volt supply, so obviously you will get 600. The coils are to be connected to obtain a single phase 400 by 1000. So this side 400, the outside should be 1000 volt. It is an auto transformer to drive a load of 10 kVA. Which of the options below should be exercised to realize the required auto transformer? That means you have to take care of these dot polarities. So if you see in transformer actions, I have explained this dot polarities and the physical meaning of dot polarity in a video for differential protection and dot polarity in protection, switchgear protection. You check those videos. So here first you see for an auto transformer, because I need to have 400 by this side should be 400 and this side should be 1000. So obviously this should be of 600 coil. Let me see whether first we can give this much load or not, because this is 10 kVA, this is asking. So if it is a 10 kVA, what current it should take? Because this side is 1000, so this current will be 10 kVA divided by 1000, this current, because your rating is 10 kVA, so this current should be 10 ampere. So 10 ampere current should flow. So okay, it will flow, there is no issue, and current will flow in this way. This will come in this way. We know this current direction. So it can take 10 ampere because 25 ampere is the maximum rating. Now you come to this side, what will be this current? Because it is 10 kVA, so 10 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 400. So you can see it is 25 ampere. So it can 25 ampere you can easily give. 10 ampere will go this side, 15 ampere will come this side. So that is okay. This is your coil 1 and this is your coil 2. Now how you will connect this one, that is the idea. You can connect one with D, you can connect B with C. There are lots of options out there. And you see the second one in an auto transformer. In this one, the current in each coil. So this current we have already seen. In coil 1, the current is 15 ampere because 15 ampere is passing through coil 1 and coil 2 is 10 ampere. So it is already given. Coil 1 is 15 and coil 2 is 10. So 112 we have already solved. That is your option D. Now for this one, in that one I have marked. If it is a transformer action, if there is a mutual induction due to 1, then your dot polarity generally signifies in that way. The transformer action, if current is entering through one dot in one coil, in the another coil where there is a mutual induction concept is there and current is flowing due to that mutual induction concept, there the through dot the current should go out. Because here you can see, let me separate this one, these two, because through dot it is entering this current 15 ampere. So due to this transformer action, your dot should be such a way, through this dot current should go out. This is 10 ampere. So that is the always transformer convention. If through one dot it is entering, through this dot it should come out. So that means this is your plus minus and this is your plus minus. Now there may be a confusion you may see. So let me go clear that one first. In question number 93, by mistake I have given that dot here. This dot should be here. So you correct that one, so there will be no confusion. Because it is transformer action, current is entering here, so here it should come out. Now this may get confuse you. Here, sir, how it came, this is plus minus and this is also plus minus. Because I told you if current is, because you can see it is not transformer action, it is the same current that is flowing. This current, and here the current is not off due to this mutual induction. So you can think, because the current that is flowing, because it is series connection, the same current will flow here. So in that case your transformer action will not work. In transformer action, if one dot current is entering and another dot current should come out, and both the dot terminals is positive, you can see. In any case the dot terminals becomes positive, but here it is the same current that is flowing. So in same current that concept will not come. In same current normal, if one dot it is entering, because it will be now mutual coupled inductor of this concept. So if one dot it is entering, another dot, if one dot it is entering, that is plus. So if the same current, if it is coming out of dot, the same current, so that becomes negative. If the entering is positive, then outgoing is become negative. It is for coupled inductor, it is of same current. But in transformer action the thing is different. In transformer action, if it is Entering through one dot, coming out of one dot, both will be positive. In coupled inductor, it is just reverse of that one. So take care of this one. That's why I thought I should give that reference to earlier question. Otherwise, you may get confused. Now, because you are giving dots in this way, now you can see. So obviously, this is coil 1. This dot is an upside. So this should be A point and this should be B point. And because this dot in up, so this should be C, this should be D. So you can see A and D you are connecting, and B is the common because it is common this side and this side. This is the B. So B is common, A and D you are connecting. That is your option A. Next, if you see question number 113, a single phase transformer has a turn ratio of 1:2 and is connected to a purely resistive load as shown in the figure. The magnetizing current drawn is 1 ampere. This is the magnetizing current that is drawn by this primary side. The secondary current is 1 ampere. If the core and leakage losses are neglected, the primary current. So what will be the primary current? I told you it is the magnetization current plus this reflected current. And this plus is not normal plus because magnetization current is 90-degree lagging. It is purely inductor. So that current and this current. So magnetization current is 1 ampere. If you take this is a reference. So magnetization current is 1 ampere. It is 90-degree lagging you the voltage. And because it is resistive load, what will be your I2 dash? Because this I2 has to reflect. From here to here, if you come, your voltage will reduce, so current should increase. So its current is 1 ampere originally. So if you come to this side, it will be 2 ampere. So what is the total of these two? This vector and this vector. If you add this vector, the resultant is, this is the resultant, that is your I1. This plus this, vector addition. So under root 2 square plus 1 square, that is 2.236. That is your option C. Next, if you come to question number 114, a balanced star connected and purely resistive load is connected in the secondary star to delta transformer as shown in the figure. The line to line voltage rating of the transformer is 110 by 200 line to line. Neglecting the non-idealities of the transformer and the transformer impedance Z of the equivalent star connected load referred to primary. If you convert this one to this side and its equivalent star connected load, primary side the transformer is, then what will be this transformer? Now in transformer I always told you, you always think of per phase basis. So whatever across this winding is there, the same thing across will be in this winding. So you can think that if you are converting this side to like this, so this Z, this equivalent Z what is given, this is coming across this winding. Across this winding this is coming. So you see what is this across this winding, what is the impedance. So what is the across this winding, this across these two terminal you cannot say because it is star connected, but you can convert it into delta. And if you convert this side to delta, then you can see what is the resistance that is coming across it. Let me show you. If it is of this fashion, suppose this secondary side and this load I am now converting into delta. Now you can easily say across these two terminal, what is the impedance that you are getting across this terminal? This is the impedance that you are getting. So what will be the impedance that you are coming across it? It is, if you convert 444 into delta, delta become more. Delta, because delta is compact, you are closing this one. So it will be 4 into 3. 12, or you can apply star delta conversion. So the impedance that you are getting here is 12. The same impedance will get reflected across this using that conversion ratio. Now what is the turn ratio here? Turn ratio is not 110:220. I told you turn ratio is the voltage across this is to voltage across this. What is voltage across this? 110 by root 3 because it is line voltage 110. So the turn ratio is here, and turn ratio is here 110 by root 3 is to 220. So using this turn ratio, this 12 will come here because 12 is here across this winding. So the same, if you convert it across this winding, same impedance will come. Now impedance if comes, it becomes square of that ratio. So either it will be more or it will be n square or divided by n square. That depends on whether you are going higher voltage or lower voltage side. You are coming to lower voltage side, so your value should reduce. The 12 what is there, it should reduce from this 12. So because it is 12, so it should reduce. If you reduce it 12, so for reduction you have to see the ratio. So because you are reducing it, so you divide by bigger number, this square, because this ratio has to be square. So ratio square. So if you do this one, 12 into 110, it will be 2, 4 and then 3. This 3 will also come. So it is 1. So you can see it is option D. Next, if you come to 115, a single phase AR core transformer. If it is a AR core transformer fit from a resisted sinusoidal supply is operating at no load, the steady state magnetizing current drawn by the transformer. Generally what I told you, the magnetization current is predominantly of third harmonic, harmonics are present there. Due to this the figures get distorted. But that is for iron core, because in iron core your or any other type of core where there is hysteresis loop is there due to this loop. because if you did send the current, this is actually current, this is actually phi, it is actually H and B we say, which is nothing but flux density. Somehow it is related to I and phi. So if you keep on increasing your I, your phi doesn't keep on increasing like that, because here saturation comes after some time. So due to which once it goes towards saturation, it takes more current, so that's why the current shape changes. This is for any other core, but if it is iron core, then there is no saturation and there is no hysteresis. It is simply linear curve, BH curve. So it is simple linear curve. So if it is a linear curve, if you keep on increasing your I, the way you increase your I, that is your sinusoidal, your flux will be also sinusoidal, because you are giving supply to a sinusoidal from sinusoidal, so your flux will be obviously sinusoidal, because you give voltage at sinusoidal, so the flux that will come, that is also sinusoidal. So to create this sinusoidal flux, you will take sinusoidal current only, simple sine wave, because it is directly, whatever you do in I, the same thing will be done in phi, it will be reflected same thing. So you can see it will be obviously option C. There will be no distortion. Distortion is due to this saturation and this hysteresis loop. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.